The epic saga of Genghis Khan, a name that echoes through history, doesn't begin with a king adorned in finery. Sitting upon a jeweled throne, it starts far from the symbols of power and prestige. It begins with a boy, a child of the steppes, named Temujin. A name whispered on the wind, a name that would one day command armies and shape empires. His early life was a relentless battle for survival on the unforgiving Mongolian plains, a landscape of extremes where only the toughest could endure. The winters were brutal, the summers scorching, and the land offered little respite. Tragedy struck when his father, a respected leader, was poisoned by rivals, leaving Temujin and his family vulnerable. The clan abandoned Temujin's family, casting them out into the wilderness to fend for themselves, a cruel fate in a land where survival depended on community. They were left with nothing but their will to live. They were forced to hunt with makeshift bows and arrows, to forage for meager berries and roots, constantly battling starvation. Every day was a struggle against the elements and the threat of wild animals. These early hardships, the constant struggle against adversity, forged within him an unyielding resilience, a spirit that would never break. He learned the crucial value of cleverness in outwitting enemies, the importance of bravery in the face of danger, and the profound skill of understanding the motivations and desires of people around him. Temujin came to understand early on that survival wasn't solely about brute strength or physical prowess. It demanded patience to endure long periods of hardship, unwavering determination to never give up, and the ability to outsmart any adversity that stood in his path. Experiencing the sting of betrayal and the profound ache of loneliness, he understood the cost of division. He began to envision a world where unity reigned, a world bound together by trust and mutual respect, not by fear and coercion. Every cold night spent under the vast starlit sky, every hungry day searching for sustenance, further solidified his vision for a better future. These experiences were meticulously preparing him, molding him into the leader who would one day rise to unite a fractured and warring land. The young boy, who once foraged for scraps of food to survive, would ultimately become Genghis Khan, the leader who would reshape the world map and leave an indelible mark on history. Temujin, a visionary leader in the making, understood a fundamental truth about power and influence. He knew he couldn't succeed alone, that the path to greatness required more than just individual strength and skill. So he strategically built alliances, but not in the traditional way, not based on the fleeting nature of power or coercion. Instead, he forged bonds of loyalty, deep and unbreakable connections that transcended political maneuvering. His friendship with Genghis, a bond sealed by a sacred promise, a testament to their shared values and mutual respect, showed the immense strength of true loyalty and the power of unwavering commitment. Temujin inspired trust. He had a way of making people believe in him and his vision. He kept his word, a rare and valuable trait in a world often defined by broken promises. He rescued his wife, demonstrating his courage and unwavering devotion, and he shared everything, resources, victories, and even hardships with his followers, fostering a sense of unity and shared purpose. People flocked to him, drawn to his magnetic personality and the promise of a better future. They were drawn by his reliability, his unwavering commitment to his people. It wasn't his wealth or the size of his army that attracted them, but his character. Even when friendships fractured and alliances crumbled, as they inevitably did in the tumultuous world he navigated, Temujin learned a valuable lesson, that inspiring loyalty, earning it through respect and genuine connection, was far more powerful and enduring than demanding it through force or intimidation. He proved, time and again, that real leadership isn't about commanding obedience, but about making people to follow you, to believe in your vision, and contribute to your cause. This foundation of trust, built on shared values and mutual respect, ultimately transformed a disparate group of outcasts and individuals into a formidable, unified team, a force to be reckoned with. Loyalty, above all else, was the secret ingredient, the key to his meteoric rise to power and the enduring legacy he would leave behind. Mongolia, a land of vast steppes and towering mountains, was once a fractured realm. It was a patchwork of warring tribes, each vying for dominance and control over precious resources. Each tribe was fiercely independent, loyal only to their own clan and traditions, with little regard for a unified future. But amidst this chaos, a young leader named Temujin harbored a revolutionary dream. He dreamed of uniting these disparate tribes into one mighty nation, a new kind of family bound not just by blood, but by a shared purpose and destiny. To achieve this, he understood that he had to dismantle the old tribal loyalties that kept them divided. He implemented a radical strategy, mixing people from different groups and clans, forcing them to set aside their differences and learn to work together towards a common goal. Former enemies who once faced each other on the battlefield were now forced to become teammates, relying on each other for survival and success. Through shared hardship and triumph, they began forging new bonds, transcending their old allegiances and developing a common identity as Mongols united under a single banner. And so, in 1206, the leaders of the various tribes gathered together in a momentous assembly. Recognizing his vision and leadership, they bestowed upon Temujin a new title, Genghis Khan, the universal ruler. He had achieved what many thought was impossible. He brought unity from chaos, forging a single, powerful nation from a collection of warring factions. This new nation, built on the foundation of shared loyalty and a common purpose, was now ready to make its indelible mark on the world stage, expanding its influence and shaping the course of history. One man's audacious vision had transformed bitter rivals into a formidable and powerful family, forever changing the destiny of Mongolia and the world. Genghis Khan knew unity needed rules, so he created the Yasa, a code for order and fairness. He chose leaders based on talent, not birth, making his army strong and motivated. Anyone, even a shepherd, could rise through merit and loyalty. His laws protected the weak, respected religions, and encouraged trade. He built a postal system and safe trade routes, connecting his vast empire. These practical rules made his team effective and his nation stable. By rewarding skill and hard work, he inspired everyone to do their best. Smart rules, not just force, held his empire together. Why does Genghis Khan's story matter today? Because his ideas are timeless. He showed that unity, trust and merit can overcome even the greatest challenges. His life proves that where you start doesn't matter. What counts is vision and determination. In a divided world, his example reminds us of the power of working together. Meritocracy and fairness are still the foundations of strong teams and societies. Temujin's journey from outcast to world changer inspires us to be brave, fair and united. Imagine what we could achieve if we all worked together. The possibilities are endless.